You memorise what's important in your life. It's true. I'm challenging you today to begin to memorise some scripture. Okay? And don't say to me, I can't do that. No. We memorise songs. So you need to feed yourself on the Word of God. It'll strengthen you. It'll strengthen you for when temptation comes. And in fact, I want to show you a picture. Can we just put this picture up on the wall and you say, what on earth is that? And this is really interesting because next term I'm teaching on the book of Romans in Bible College. And this is actually Romans chapter 1, verses 1 to 7. And in church history, when we talk about translations, people say, how accurate is this Bible? And we have over 5,800 transcripts and papyruses and documents that verify. And these documents, and some of the really, really early documents go back to almost 120 AD. And this document, even though a lot of people say it's sloppy writing and it's missing a verse, this is Romans chapter 1, verses 1 to 7, but it's missing verse 6. But do you know what it is? When you turn it over, it's a business. The guy's writing down his appointments and where he's going, what he's doing. And what he was doing was he turned his bit of paper over while he was waiting for his appointment. He just wrote out, off by heart, Romans chapter 1, 1 to 7. He memorised it. And what I'm saying to you, when we memorise scripture, it makes you strong. When you sing Taylor Swift, it makes you weak. When you sing Tom Jones, keep your underwear on, you're going in the wrong direction, memorise some scripture, okay? Can anyone say amen to that? So, and in fact, you have no excuse. You actually have no excuse because not only is your phone in your pocket, you can actually download the Bible. There's actually no excuse to memorise scripture because you can get the entire Bible on your... In fact, even this morning, I shut mine and I listened to YouVersion. And I even got Hey Google now, and I said, Hey Google, can you read to me Romans 1? And off she did, and she finished chapter 1 and said, do you want me to read more? Yes, please. And then she says, I've never done this before. Wait a minute. So Paul is very direct here in terms of what we want to do here. So memorise the scripture. Number one, pray. Number two, begin to memorise scripture. What scripture are you going to memorise in your temptation? You really need to be, why not prepare now before you face that temptation? You know, like get behind me, Satan, when you go to the fridge. That chocolate cake with Tim Tams, all those strawberries and chocolate, and get behind, you need a verse to help you out. Is that all right? You all think I'm crazy, don't you? Number three. Number three, feed your spirit with the right people. And I'm going to finish on this. And Paul's very direct in 1 Corinthians 15. It's in your notes there. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. What does he say next? Then he says, come back to your senses as you ought and stop what? Stop sinning. So what he's saying there, in other words, the wrong people will never help you do the right thing. Okay? So don't go there. Okay? If you've got an alcohol addiction, maybe on a Friday night you need to change your mates if you end up down at the pub. If you've got a sugar addiction, maybe you need to change Connect Groups if Connect Groups meet at Krispy Kremes. That's where they meet. Change to another Connect Group, the fasting prayer group. Okay, Connect Group. Well, whatever it is, you need to choose your friends wisely who will help you avoid those temptations. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, change your friendships. And be with people who will strengthen you. Be with people who can speak into your face and say, do you mind if I can talk to you about your weak areas and I'm going to help you walk your way through it? Is that all right? Okay, that's what you need. We all need a depth of real community. Okay? And that happens through our Connect groups. Okay? And the church isn't about this meeting. The church is a group of people who care for each other and look after each other and aware of each other's vulnerability. Do you know what my vulnerabilities are?
Your dad.
There's no need to embarrass me. Okay? But really, if we don't know our weaknesses, we don't have an ability to pray. We have a superficial community. And so as family, we need to be vulnerable, and that can happen in the connect group. It doesn't have to be public or anything. And so when we gather on Sunday, we gather to worship and to encourage one another. Amen? So we've just finished this series, and I want us to think about those three things. Pray, God's Word, and also choose your friends wisely. There's just these things coming. Father, I thank you for what you're doing, Lord, in this church. I thank you, Father, for every person that's on a journey here. And even with the girls this morning when we heard about their journey. And we heard that story, I've wasted my life. Father, none of us want that. Help us, Lord, to be people with eyes open, open hearts. We want to be bonded to something that makes us stronger so we don't become weak, Lord. So this morning, we say to you, Heavenly Father, I thank you that you are the gardener. Help us to abide in Jesus. Help us to be attached closer to Christ, Lord, through prayer, through worship, through the Word. Help us to be attached. Can I ask you a question while everyone's praying at the moment? You know, it's so easy. You probably know people who come to church and they probably are not a follower of Christ. They appear religious, but they're just not attached to the vine. They're not attached to Jesus. If that's you, can I encourage you today, as Jesus would? Jesus says, abide in me. You start that journey by simply saying, Lord, I receive you in my life today. Forgive me of my sin. Here I am. Be the boss. Be the leader. Be the Lord of my life. That's how simple it is. If that's you, no one's looking around, would you just lift up your hand right now? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Father, I pray for those hands that have been raised. May they abide in you. May they be attached to you, I pray. May they find that abundant, eternal life. The resources of the Spirit flow through them. We ask in your wonderful name. Father, for the rest of us, help us to memorize Scripture, Lord. Help us to be able to respond to temptation when it comes our way with the Word of God. Help us to be aware of our weakness, but help us to be even more aware of good friends and also being tightly bonded to you. So, Father, as we wrap this series up, I thank you, God, for the victories. We're going to hear about the stories. We're going to hear about of breakthroughs in people's lives. And I thank you, Father. You're a good God. You are faithful. And you will always provide us a way out of any situation. And we pray this in the name of Jesus. Everyone said, amen. Come on, let's stand up. We're going to worship with Taylor Swift.
Oh
look, lower the volume, lower the lights. It's a very compact program, and we do it intentionally so people can encounter the Spirit of the living God. And it's going to be just fantastic tonight. And I invite you along to that in Jesus' name. Let's pray.
Well, God, I want to thank you that you love us just so very much. You've called us to follow you. You've given us all the tools that we need to live a life for you. Even when the pressures come along, Lord, we thank you that you've provided a way for us to keep moving forward towards